Wow. Riveting footage, I'm sure. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are on Blanchard Mountain, about 25 minutes outside of Bellingham, and I am going to ride a trail that I've never ridden before. Name of the trail is called British Army, and it actually feeds into another trail that I'm going to tell you a lot about in the next video. But let's go ride bikes. All right, here we are at the start of British Army. You can see in the distance one of the two lakes here called Lily and Lizard Lake. Let's get warmed up. Again, if you're not familiar with Bellingham, when you hear about the great riding in Bellingham, most people are referring to Galbraith. And those are the trails that I ride almost all the time. I live right there. I am on Blanchard. Is this the trail? Let's try this again. British Army. As I was saying, people talk about riding mountain bikes in Bellingham. Probably what they're talking about is Galbraith Mountain. Galbraith is where I do most of my riding. It's right next to my house. There's a south side, the north side, all sorts of trails. There's a couple of trails like Cougar Ridge that technically aren't on Galbraith. Brown Pow is not on Galbraith. Oh, this is some steep jank. Oh, a little creek crossing. Most of the riding you see, or most of what you hear about from Bellingham, is in that zone, or in and around Galbraith. But that's not the only riding we have. We have riding in the Chuckanuts. When people say Chuckanut, they're probably referring to the trails Double Black and Double Down. One of the best descents around here. Now I'm even further south of that on Blanchard, and there's a few little trails here shared with hikers, shared with horses. One of the most famous hikes is to Oyster Dome. Beautiful area. I've taken my bike up there and kind of walked it at the end. And that is the zone I am in. There's other zones to ride besides those as well. But enough of that. Phew. I don't think I've ever ridden this trail. It's kind of fun. Here's a nice steep chute. Taking it a little easy. I'm by myself riding blind. Ah, that's awkward. Don't go left. Could let the brakes out there if I knew this trail a little better. Need to get my eyes up a little too. Spot it. Go. '29ers eating it up. Love that stumpy power. So nice. Fun trail. Can't complain about the conditions today. Things are really grippy. Beautiful spring day. Sure hope I'm still on British Army because I'm going down a long ways. Sharp turn. fun little popper. Another fun little popper. All right, this is for you, YouTubers. Wow. Riveting footage, I'm sure.
Several days later.
And I checked, we are still on the right trail. Boy, I'm gonna have to come back here for sure. Oh, it's a little jump. It's got like a little sniper route landing. No problem. Just gets my heart going a little. Could have sent it a little deeper. All right, I need to come clean with you guys. Some of you viewers may notice that I've got two different sets of gloves and two different shirts in this video. Well, what you see right now is actually my second ride on British Army a few days after my first. So what happened is my first ride, I rode two trails, British Army and Rick Rolled. Well, I meant to make one video out of it, but I didn't know how cool of a trail British Army was. So I decided to make a whole video just on that. However, my intro and most of my talking was with the idea that this was just a little connector to get to Rick Rolled. So I decided to come back out here, film a new intro. And yes, most of what you see was my first ride on British Army, but that's why you see two different kits. So fun. This is my favorite kind of trail, more than the machine groom stuff. Now don't get me wrong, I have fun on those too, but I love riding through the forest. And I believe we take a right on this road. Well guys, I just finished one heck of a climb, and I don't know what the name of this trail is. Caddis Fry Trail. What's this? Oh yeah. I skipped that the first time. I got to the edge and then I remembered. I'm like, oh yeah, that was that place I said, oh, I could have rolled that. Well guys, we've reached the end and I'm filming an outro, but I don't know whether this is a British Army outro or Rick Rolled outro or some other outro. So let's just keep it really simple. I hope you enjoyed Adventures on Blanchard Mountain. There's more to come, maybe, unless this is the outro for the last video. But let's just say what I always say. No matter how good you are, bad you are, or if you're mediocre, if you like tech or flow or jumps, If you have a hardtail, a full suspension, or a BMX, none of that matters. What matters is you and your ride getting out on those trails and having some fun. Till next time.